I found her sitting on the cold tile floor back against the bathtub, eyes empty. Silver hair everywhere, on the sink, in the drain, clinging to her shaking hands like evidence she couldn't wash away. The phone was still recording. I didn't ask why at first. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't touch her. I just picked up the phone, saw my daughter-in-law's reflection smiling in the mirror, and set it back down where it was. That was the moment something inside me locked into place. I married my wife 40 years ago. She had black hair then, thick and stubborn, the kind that refused to be tamed. She used to joke that when it turned silver, it would mean she'd survived everything. And she had. Miscarriages. My long absences. A life built around other people's needs. She trusted me. She trusted our son. She trusted the woman he chose. The first sign wasn't the cruelty. It was the laughter. Whispered jokes I wasn't meant to hear. My wife suddenly apologizing for things she'd never done. Her wardrobe shrinking. Her voice softening, as if taking up less space could save her. I noticed the way my daughter-in-law framed moments. Always filming. Always angles. Always captions about family and tradition and makeovers. What she never filmed were the hours before. The pressure. The words that leave no bruises. I found the messages by accident. Draft captions saved but not posted yet. Before the wedding glow-up. When your Emil finally listens. There were videos too. My wife crying off camera. My daughter-in-law's voice sweet and sharp at the same time. It's just hair. Stop being dramatic. People will love this. I didn't confront anyone. Men like me don't win by exploding. We win by waiting. I called a lawyer that night, quietly. I pulled property deeds, accounts, trusts. Everything was in my name. Always had been. My wife and I had planned it that way decades ago, when survival still felt uncertain. I met with the wedding planner under the excuse of seating changes. I asked about microphones, live stream access, backup recordings. I spoke to my son once, just once, asked him if he was happy. He nodded without looking at me. That told me everything. The morning of the wedding, I helped my wife into her dress. She kept apologizing. For the hair. For ruining the day. I told her nothing was ruined. When the music started, I walked her down the aisle myself. Not my son, me. People noticed the hair. Of course they did. The whispers rippled like wind through fabric. When it was time for speeches, I stood before anyone could stop me. I took the microphone. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I told a story. About a woman who gave her youth to a family that slowly decided she was a prop. About how cruelty can wear the mask of tradition. About how content isn't harmless when it costs someone their dignity. Then I played the video. Not the edited one. The raw one. The room froze. My daughter-in-law reached for her phone. No signal. I'd thought of that. I ended with paperwork. Projected on the screen behind me. Divorce filings. Revoked trusts. A cease and desist for the videos already monetized. I turned to my son last. I told him he could choose. Right now. He didn't. That was his answer. The ceremony didn't continue. I left with my wife while people pretended not to stare. Outside, the air felt lighter than it had in years. She asked me later if I felt guilty. I told her the truth. No, justice isn't loud. It doesn't scream or beg or explain itself. Sometimes it waits. Sometimes it speaks once. And sometimes it lets the silence do the rest.